विद्विषावहे। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः।
मां सरस्वती शारदे, मां सरस्वती शारदे, पूर्ण इस अज्ञान उदधि से, पूर्ण इस अज्ञान उदधि से वीणा पाणी पार दे।
Actually, I have not yet settled down after listening to those amazing words of wisdom and deep love that Gurudev shared with us. I think he gave us so much time from far away from Mongolia and said so many things that I think even if this much we remember for the rest of the life, I think our life is quite sorted. Right? What do you say? Yes. So I am quite aware of the fact that when you stand to give a speech on a convocation day, if all of you remember even a few words of what we all say a few years later, I think then it's a great success. So I'm going to not speak too much, just a few thoughts that I would like to share with you. I was thinking about, you know, what would I have liked to hear on my convocation day? Or what would I have liked to tell my 20-year-old or 22-year-old self? And just a few thoughts on that I want to share with you today. Today is a special day for you. It is a special day for any university. It is a special day in the life of any educational institution because it is a day of recognizing milestones. It is a day of recognizing how far we came. You know, all of you, if you remember when you walked in through those big gates 2 years or 3 years back, whichever degree that you were part of, maybe some of you were a little shy, maybe some of you were a little rough on the edges, maybe some of you were not so sure what you wanted to do. I can see some smiles here, yeah? And these 2 or 3 years, you have been chiseled, you have been cooked, you have been booked, you have been baked, you have had fun, you have celebrated, you have played, you have studied. You have lived life to its fullest in this time that you have spent on this campus. And today is a celebration of this time that you have spent. So give yourself a big pat on the back that you have come this far. I'm sure a couple of years ago, even this would have felt like a big achievement, and you have done it. You have done it. So, you know, Gurudev said so many things. He said how we are responsible to take that baton of peace, to take that message of harmony, to take our characters out in the world, and how that will become the true ambassadorship of your alma mater. So I would like to ask you to just follow all that Gurudev said. And, you know, we stand here today on the 6th convocation. Every year has seen us achieve more in this university. That the day I came here the first time, there were all of 2 trees and nothing else on this barren land. And today we are this bustling campus with all of you, with so many ideas, with so many buzzing things here. It's like a little township we have here. Team, I would like all of you to congratulate and give a big hand to the entire team of the university. You know, it needs it has needed us actually 4-5 big things to stay the course in that sense, to get even up to here. Gurudev spoke about so many things we are planning also. This morning we had a small Bhumi Pujan for our Ayurveda hospital. When Gurudev comes, he will do the foundation stone ceremony. So many new things are happening, but even coming up to here has been a huge, huge task. As Dr. Professor Agarwal said, that in the Indian education system, the entire system is dealing with so many challenges today. And we are part of it, so we are grappling with it ourselves. It has taken us to stay committed to that vision of Gurudev's, that we want to build a university which is the best of East and West, which is what you experience in your classrooms, in your meditation rooms, in the evening satsang that you do, or in the afternoon debates that you do. So staying aligned to that vision. And then actually executing. A vision is a document in the drawer if you don't execute it. Every day taking hundreds of decisions and executing. They need not be all right decisions, but you need to take them to move ahead. And we have been taking them. It is God's grace that 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10 decisions are working out. And then working together as a team, collaboration. Through the fights, through the disagreements, through the ups and downs, through the good times and through the tough times. Staying together as a team. And fourthly, celebrating every milestone. I am a believer of perpetually celebrating every milestone because it is that push that keeps us moving. So I would like to advise you to integrate these 4 things in your life. Think of what is your vision for your life, not what you see on Instagram as other people's lives. I would say don't waste your time on seeing other people's lives. A little bit here and there is okay. But today we are spending hours and hours just looking at what other people are wearing, what other people are eating, what other people are where they are vacationing. It is their life and it is not as good as they make it out to be. Would you agree? So stay focused, have a goal for your life, and you are entering a workforce at a time when the world is really in a vortex. Gurudev said, half the world is depressed, 40%, about half the world is depressed. The other half is in a state of aggression. So in this pull and push of depression and aggression, which we are seeing manifest in so many ways, the social fabric of our world is really being held in very weak threads. And it is all of you who are becoming the future of the world. You already are an integral part of it, but you will become the future leadership. How will you hold the world together for yourself? That is what you have to think about. There is a huge confluence of infotech and biotech today. Already we have robots who are newsreaders. I read a news about a girl marrying a robot in France. A boy married a hologram in Japan. This is the reality of our world. So infotech and biotech is really confluencing. How are you going to navigate yourself in that? And everything is becoming faster, sooner. So everything that you see today, whether it's Facebook, Netflix, Uber, Ola, Lyft, any of these were not there even 15 years ago. Forget 20 or 30 years ago. So every day the world is evolving and evolving very, very fast. So you have to, like Gurudev said, it is not just about staying course with time, it's about going ahead of time. So I would say make a vision for yourself, your life, how you plan to stay ahead of your time. Secondly, I would say have the ultimate grit in your stomach to see through it. Don't believe who says it's not possible. Don't believe who feel that you are not good enough for it. Don't believe. Make your mistake, fail, doesn't matter. But do what you have in your heart. And it takes a lot of hard work. It doesn't come by 2 hours of casual on the top work. It takes a lot of hard work. Hard, smart, I mean the same thing. But it takes a lot of hard work. So don't be fearful or don't be lazy to work hard. I mean, I see Gurudev, he travels 330 days a year, if not more. City to city, country to country, telling people the same thing. Take a little break, relax, meditate, stay in knowledge, and do some good for the people around you. That is the quintessence of what he's saying. And he's doing it tirelessly for his whole life. So make something like that a role model of how hard or how much effectively we can work. So make a vision for yourself, plan how you're going to execute it, work hard at it, and don't listen to the naysayers. And most importantly, this is the age of social intelligence. We've had the age of technological intelligence. We've had the age of information intelligence. This is the age of social intelligence. It is all about how we socially relate to each other, the social networks we build, the social capital we have. So leverage that, learn to build on that. You know, Gurudev always says that like motherhood and fatherhood, there is also a guruhood. And I would like to challenge you to challenge yourself that can you think of being a guru? Guru means like a coach, you know, a mentor of a guru or a coach or a mentor to at least one person in your life. Can one person in your life look up to you as their mentor? And that's a good challenge to have, because for someone to look up to you, you have to keep upskilling yourself. You have to keep pushing yourself up. You have to read more, write more, listen more, learn more. So I would challenge you also to think of who you can be a mentor to. Of course, find mentors for yourself, but keep thinking, who can you mentor? And that will keep pushing you ahead. You know, the research says now with the advancement in medical sciences, lifetimes are going to be so long. They are saying that by 2047, unless you get hit by a car, you may not even die. Immortality is quite possible. So either by medical science or meditation, I think immortality will come to us, right? And in a lifetime which is increasing like this, already lifespans are increasing. It is saying, research says today that an average person will land up having 6 careers. 6 careers. I believe it. I am already on my 2nd career and long life ahead. So think, to be able to orient yourself to a new career every few years, you have to be a continuous learner. And there is no substitute for that. So how you can be a continuous learner? So think of a few of these things. I want to specially say a big shout out to all the girls here. A big hand to the girls. A special place in my heart for that. And I want to tell all of you, there will be hundreds of people in your life who will tell you you're not good enough, who will expect you to do things that you don't want to do, who will categorize you, who will box you into their own perceptions of what girls and women need to do. Don't listen to any of them. Don't listen to any of them. Don't look at any of them. Be like a horse with the blinkers. Focus on your goal and go for it. Your guru's hand is on your head. You don't need anything else. Yeah? I was very touched. You know, Gurudev always speaks to us. We are all his children. He has more trust in us than we have in our own capabilities. And that is what keeps us moving higher and higher. And I have no doubt that all of you have a glorious future. Gurudev said today, everything will work out for you. So that's an instruction, that's an advice, and it's a blessing. So you have that. I will leave you with a story I was sharing with some of the friends who were in the alumni group yesterday. That you know, you want to hear a short story? 2 minutes. So there is a very wise man who goes also from city to city, state to state, telling his story. And once he reaches a kingdom, and there the king comes to know that a lot of people are going to this wise man all the time. And he says, who is this wise man? I want to meet him. So he says, I want to go and check him out. You know, they say he's so wise, he has always the right answers for everything. So he goes to this wise man, and the wise man receives him. He's the king after all. He receives him, and he goes to the wise man, he greets him, and he says, oh wise man, I have a question for you. So the man says, yes, O king, what is your question? So he says, you know what he does? He takes a little insect in his hand, and he keeps his fist like this in front of the king, and he asks the king, is this insect in my hand dead or alive? So his idea is that if the wise man says it's dead, he will leave him alive. If the wise man says it's alive, he will crush it a little, and then he will prove the wise man wrong. That's the plan of the king. So he goes to the king and he says, he goes to the wise man and he says, "Oh wise man, is this insect dead or alive?" So the wise man looks at him and he says, "O king, whether the insect is dead or alive is all in your hands." Yeah. So our life is in our hands. Your life is in your hands. Think of 20 years later, if you were to stand here, where do you see yourself? Is in your hands. It is not on the 400 Instagram handles that we follow. It is not on the Twitter rant that captures our day. It is, maybe you guys are not even on Facebook, but it is not on TikTok or Snapchat. It is in how we meet our day, every day of our life. So I would advise you, take charge. You already are in charge of your life. Take more charge of it. It's in your hands. That gives you the strength. I must admit, I was so taken by Gurudev's words. I started speaking. I did not even acknowledge all the esteemed dignitaries on stage. I am so sorry about that. So Honorable Nabakishore Das ji, Honorable Minister of Health and Family Welfare for Odisha, Professor Agarwal ji, you both have come and graced the occasion for us today. It means a lot. It means a lot to us that you took the time. You are such, you have yourself achieved so much in life. There is so much we can learn from you. So thank you. And as Gurudev has also advised, that you have to keep coming, and we will have the benefit of your time and knowledge more. Dr. Singh, all the deans on the stage, Commodore Roja, Lambaji, Vinodji, our member of the board, all my faculty friends, HODs, other deans, so many seniors from the Art of Living family are here, and all the recipients of the honoris causa today. You receiving the degrees is giving equal honor to the university. We are so proud of having you as our, being at your alma mater now. So this is your home, guys. Keep coming, and every time you achieve something, keep us updated. We will be cheering for your success. We will be hooting for you, rooting for you, and wish you all the very, very, very best. Enjoy the day today as you receive your degrees. All the best. All the very best. Jai Gurudev.